to the greatest. TP Way the Giant. It's your guy who was never lying. Sometimes defiant. See, I know and understand that you could have been anywhere else, but you're here with me. Let's go, let's go. Fee 544. You know, it's a way of life, it's a lifestyle. It means we don't just talk like a giant, but we walk like a giant. You know, it's facts over feelings over here. This is where all the New York Giant soldiers congregate and have real conversations. Now let me make it clear. Viewer discretion is advised. The thoughts and opinions are not the thoughts and opinions of the New York Giants. Now before we kick this thing off, I need each and every one of you to make sure that you like this stream. And if you're new to this experience, especially if you are a New York Giant soldier, you gotta subscribe. 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 Come on, man. Now, grab your favorite snack. Grab your favorite drink. And if you smoke, we'll go ahead and smoke something from it. And we about to kick this thing off. One more major announcement that I cannot afford to let you sleep is that if you visit the description of this video, go ahead and do yourself a favor and cop some merch. Official like a referee's whistle. That's how we give it up. Now without further ado, I said without further ado, let's get this shit started. It's your guy who was never lying, sometimes defiant, TP Way the Giant. Good morning to each and every one of you that is tuned in. If I could just be transparent with y'all, I, worked all last night. I'm actually just getting off work. And I hate to really start anybody's morning off in a way that I wouldn't want to start my morning off with. Me, I don't want to hear a bunch of yelling. I don't want to deal with no negativity in my mornings. I want a nice zen, a nice peaceful morning to start my day. So I just thought it would be responsible for me to at least let you know, like, if it was better for you to listen to this later on in the day or at a later time, I completely understand. But the thing is, see, a lot of times I'm able to sleep something off and I can give you a more enjoyable listen. But I haven't slept. I haven't slept since last night's ass kicking. So it's still on my mind, and I couldn't wait to get to this therapy session so that I could vent and get this shit off my chest. Last night, we got absolutely fucked up. Patriots 33, Giants 15. We got absolutely fucked up last night. We stepped on the field with a team that wasn't playing, to say the least. Them boys refuse to let a team like the New York Football Giants get in the way of their mission. And to be honest with you, I can't do nothing but respect it. The Patriots that I saw last night, they have the pedigree that we are missing. The complete opposite of what we are as a unit. We looked soft as shit. Soft as shit. And I'm talking about from the coaches down to the players. Let me go ahead, read some of the stat line stuff, and then we're going to have to get into this conversation. Again, good morning to everybody. Good morning, good morning. I see y'all. Jackson Dart threw 17 for 24, 139 yards, 1 touchdown, and was sacked twice. Devin Singletary, who I actually thought had himself a pretty good game, 12 carries, 68 yards, 1 touchdown. Tyrone Tracy Jr. left the game early, but before he left, it was 10 carries, 36 yards. Again, this is just an example as to why I say, man, you can't shit on Devin Singletary. You know, him being our third string running back, he did a damn good job in the situation that he was in. Darius Slayton. We finally get some production out of Darius Slayton for what? For this. Darius Slayton had 2 receptions, 41 yards. Devin Singletary had 3 receptions, 34 yards. Wan'Dale Robinson has 7 receptions for 34 yards. And Theo Johnson, which I cannot wait to talk about, 3 receptions for 29 yards. Defensively, Zaire Barnes, he had the most tackles. He was tied with Paulson Adebo, who had also 8 tackles. Then it's Bobby Okereke. As far as sacks is concerned, Dane Belton is on the sack list, and Abdul Carter is on the sack list, and Zaire Barnes was on the sack list. This is one of those ones, again, where I don't really know where to start. I can tell you this. From the get-go, the Patriots came out with way more intensity than us. Way more intensity than us. And it showed from the very moment that we started this game. Not many Giant games this year are we were able to say that the opposing team was to come out with more intensity than us. But this game was different. All my hat goes out to the Patriot team because I think they're a damn good football team. But the intensity that they came out with was an intensity that I can only hope that the New York Giants could grasp someday. Because we all seen the same thing. They came out there trying to whoop ass. Just trying to whoop ass. And that is exactly what they did. They came out there hitting. And I hope that it made it more clear and it exposed the soft shit that we deal with defensively, because what we did compared to what the Patriots did was just too different and on opposite ends of the spectrum. I'm glad that it was just so apparent and it was a light shined on our defense to show how soft this defense can really be. Forget coaching. Let's set coaching to the side. Let's call it how we see it. Just a bunch of soft ass shit defensively. Soft. And Kenneth Perkins, I see you in the chat. It's not even a talent because we have the talent. We have the talent. We don't have the pedigree. We don't have dogs on the field that can do what I seen the Patriots do. Get off blocks and want to go hit something. We don't have that. We got a bunch of arm tackling and a bunch of may you please go down. That's what we got on the defensive side of the ball. That was completely just embarrassing, and it's a damn shame that we always do this shit on prime time. We always put up our worst performances on prime time. So it's not good enough for it to happen in-house and for it to just be swept under the rug. The whole world watches this shit. It watches this shit. And then my phone is being blown up because we fucking can't even look like a competent football team. We can't. The shit is sad, man. The shit is damn near depressing. Abdul Carter. I don't even want to begin to tell y'all. If some of y'all know, you know. But I'm not even going to begin to say it as to what is the rumored report as to what happened with Abdul Carter. But another situation has happened where Abdul was not on the field to start this game off. Now, if you let Coach Kafka tell it, he said that it was all his decision and it was a part of his game plan. And I actually am going to take the time to talk about Kafka because as far as I see it right now, I was having your back, sir. I was the one saying like, hey, man, he has a real shot at this whole head coaching thing. And that shit is out the window. Oh, that shit is out the window for multiple of reasons, but I don't want to jump ahead. There's reports that underlined things have been going on with Abdul Carter. I don't know if it's true or not. Now, I'm going to say it because I don't give a damn. Some people are saying that Abdul Carter was caught watching porn. You can't make this shit up. They said that he was watching porn. I don't know how true that is, but I seen some credible sources relaying that shit. There were some other sources that says that he was missing walkthroughs or some shit like that. Whatever it is, it's just inexcusable at this point. It's inexcusable. Because I said it once, I'll say it again. Abdul Carter has been the most underwhelming draftee this year. This year. And he can't even be mature enough to get his head out his ass to be there when we need him. Oh, man. And if that wasn't enough, let me please show y'all what I had to listen to when I was at work. Let me show y'all the shit I had to listen to in retaliation to that. Let me find it. Hold on, where we at? Let me see. Here we go. Hold on. I got y'all because I want y'all to hear this shit. And then maybe y'all can fully understand where my frustration is coming from. Let me see. Here. Boom. I was just watching this video too, man. I'm telling you. I mean, you really can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. Let's see. Hold on. Where we at? Okay, here we are. All right, let me pull this up for y'all. This is Abdul Carter after the game here. This is Abdul Carter after the game. Let's listen what Abdul Carter has to say. And then the fucking nerve of him to be the one with the fucking attitude.
Your second time in 3 weeks you didn't start. What happened?
Shit happens.
What happened?
I ain't gonna get it.
No, shit doesn't happen. Shit doesn't happen. That's not the response to the guy that we drafted as the third pick of this year's draft to be on the field in games like this, on a primetime game like this. Shit happens is not a justifiable answer. That shit is not gonna cut it. Yeah, we know shit happens. We know shit happens. Shit happens is instead of you paying attention and being locked in, instead of trying to look for BBW, your ass needed to be locked in and focusing on how you could get your ass in the backfield to rack up some sacks. Because we got somebody like Darius Alexander right now who has more sacks than you with less snaps.
Your second time in 3 weeks you didn't start. What happened?
Shit happens.
Shit happens.
I ain't gonna get into detail right now. Shit happens.
Why, Abdul? Like, for
Ask me the same question I just answered.
Yeah, we gonna ask you the question. Yeah, they gonna ask you the same question because shit happens ain't good enough. Shit happens ain't good enough. That ain't gonna cut it.
Was it justified? Was it that bench?
Yeah, I mean, I let my team down today. First two drives I was out. They scored 17 points. I take responsibility for that. I gotta be out there. I gotta do better.
Do you feel the message got through?
Yeah.
This has not happened before Mike Kafka was the coach. So is there anything happening since he's been the head coach that you're not doing, or has this been happening?
No, it's not him. It's me. It's not him.
what's you said it got through this time. What's different this time as opposed to the first time for why it got through?
I won't say it's something different. It's just like I just gotta be better. As simple as that.
What's that feeling when you're sitting on the bench or just standing on the sideline?
And that's the sad part. It's not the first time.
Sick to my stomach.
Did you address your teammates and tell them you're disappointed and things
So
like
they
that?
know. They know how I feel. They know where I stand. Like I said, I let them down today.
When did you find out you weren't going to play the first quarter?
I've been earlier this week.
How difficult has these last few weeks been for you?
Hasn't been the best, but like I said, I got to keep moving on, keep persevering. I've been through worse things, so like I said, I'll be all right.
Off field, has the acclimation been to the NFL a little bit more challenging than you expected?
I mean, I guess you could say that, but I'm not going to use that as an excuse. Like I said, I got to be better. I got to take part in what I do, be where I have to be at. Simple as that.
Thanks, folks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Third round pick, ladies and gentlemen. Third round pick. And again, this is not the first time of this shit happening. This is not the first time. No matter what the reasoning is, it's just really inexcusable, man. It's really inexcusable. Now to Kafka. This is why I am out on Kafka. Grand opening, grand closing. This right here is why I'm out on the man. Listen to this silly shit.
The first couple series.
That was a coach's decision, my decision.
Why'd you make that decision?
Just based on how we went during the week. Just that was the decision I wanted to make.
Another disciplinary reason?
No, it was just my decision to not play him.
There was a report that he was.
I want y'all to hear how dumb he sounds.
A team event. Is that true?
No, it was just strictly my decision.
How concerning is it now?
See, whenever I have a head coach that starts sounding dumb like that, see, it's giving me Coach Brian Dable vibes. It's giving me incompetent, I have no idea what I'm doing as a head coach vibes. And that right there, this was the icing on the cake for me. This was the icing on the cake. And we're going to get into, of course, some game situational things, of course. But this was the icing on the cake when I heard this. This is Coach Brian Dable vibes. And whenever he steps in front of the mic and sounds this idiotic, this right here is a telltale sign that says, okay, he is not fit to be the head coach for the New York Football Giants.
It's the second time in 3 weeks he's had to be benched in this way.
Yeah, no, it's unfortunate, but that's the way we kind of work with it this week.
I mean, Mike, I imagine that when you benched him the first time, you hoped that the message would get through. So the fact that this now, 2 weeks later, it's the same exact thing again. I mean, or something similar again.
My
I was
decision.
just saying, we have great communication, and he's one of my favorite players on the team, and that was one thing that we talked about, and it was my decision to not play him this week.
How many times is you going to say my decision?
But again,
this is one of the things that I decided to do.
What do you mean that that's one of the things you talked about?
Yes.
Well, just like I talked with Abdul, I talked with all our players, and I talked with Abdul about this week, and decided to not play him for the first 2 series.
but all your
Being
players
on
aren't.
time is still a problem. Like, has that been a constant problem with him?
This was just strictly my decision to not play him this week.
This is
But when you
terrible.
say
Decision
So
made.
cool, Kafka. Cool. If you wanna play that role, if you wanna be the Mr. Oh, it's my decision, then cool. It's gonna be your decision as to why your ass is out in the running when it comes to getting a new head coaching job. It's gonna be your decision. It's your decision. What kind of silly ass shit are we hearing right now?
Listen, when he came back in the game, you saw the kind of impact he had and the player that this guy is. And this is a kid that I support this kid highly. And
Listen to the
for any young player
contradiction.
that we have on the roster, whether it's Abdul or any rookie or young player, we're going to make sure we take them under our wing and continue to develop these guys because they're important to us. They're important to me. And Abdul's no different, just like Jackson, just like, young players like Tracy and DA. All these guys that are stepping up in big-time major roles.
Shout out to the beat riders for backing his ass
these
right
are
in the
guys that
corner,
we're-
too, not
we're
letting this
continuing to
bullshit
develop,
slide.
Continuing to grow, continuing to be pros. And, the standards that we have in our program are sky high. And everyone's, going to upheld to them. But that was my decision only. Anything else outside of it is going to be kept in-house.
Okay, Mike, but all of the players that you just named, all the players you're talking to, they're not committing infractions that are leading to them being benched. And you talk about how special he is and how much of a difference he can make.
Yes.
What he's doing is taking him off the field, where he didn't play for 2 series where you guys probably could have needed him.
Yeah, and Connor, I just would say this, that was my decision to do that. And again, those are tough decisions to
Can't make this shit
but that
up.
was my decision. And again, the kid, nothing with him. Everything that we did was my decision. And obviously, I'm sure he wasn't happy about it, which I understand. But I thought that was the best thing for the team, and it was my decision to move forward with it.
I really want to know.
And that's where we're at.
My decision. How many times did he say my decision?
I don't regret the decision. I don't.
And then just finish it off with I don't regret the decision.
Jackson and
Yeah. I've seen and heard enough. I've seen and heard enough. Thank you, Kafka. Thank you. Thank you for showing us your true colors bright and early. I'm good on that. I'm absolutely good on that. I do not need this man as my head coach. I do not need this man as my head coach. Not at all. Just completely incompetent, man, is what we're dealing with. And you want to know what else was his decision? You want to know what else was his decision? Is in the first half, we are down 27-7. We are down 27-7, and we are a 2-win team. It is 4th and 1. 4th and 1. And we decide to punt the ball. We decide to punt the ball like some bitches. Just on a theme of just being soft, that is exactly what we do. So not only was it just soft play by the players, but it was a reflection of the guys that we have in leadership. These coaches were absolutely soft. Absolutely soft. And that doesn't embody what we know to be New York Giant football. And for that alone is why you got to get rid of every bit of soft, bitch-ass shit that is on this team. I'm just calling it how I see it. I'm just calling it how I see it. That is exactly why. And I'm going to say some things, man, that may not be popular, but we going to have the truthful conversation because that's what we do. That's what we do. Listen, Paulson Adebo got his ass worked. Got his ass worked. And no, I'm not even pausing it. I'm not pausing it. Because what I seen out there was just, they did whatever they wanted to do with Paulson Adebo. That was completely sad. I honestly don't believe that he did much of a better job than what Deontay Banks could have done. I honestly don't believe that. Paulson Adebo was out there getting cooked. Getting cooked. And I don't want to hear no excuses. Oh, man, he's just coming off an injury. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. When Andrew Thomas was coming off an injury, he didn't miss a beat. At least it didn't appear as such. Paulson Adebo looked terrible. Let's talk about our QB1, Jackson Dart. Now, this is going to be the part where I think that a lot of y'all are just going to go ahead and unsubscribe and look somewhere else. First of all, Jackson Dart, I mean, there is no doubt in our mind that Jackson Dart is talented. There's no doubt in my mind that he has the pedigree and the heart that I'm speaking of, that I wish this defense will take from. There's no doubt in my mind that he has the tangibles to be this franchise quarterback. But there is also no doubt in my mind that he's stubborn and his ass just wants to learn the hard way. He just wants to learn the hard way. And again, there's a difference between rookie mistakes and then just general being dumb. Being dumb. What Jackson Dart is doing out there on the football field, choosing to take on these hits, is just being dumb. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of a question. My wife and her friend asked me something one day. You know, they was having their girl talk. And they put me in this scenario here. They said, if I'm walking down the street with my wife, and it's about 10 dudes. It's about 10 dudes, and they say something off the wall. They say something disrespectful. The question was what are you going to do in that moment? What are you going to do? There's two things. You could either step to those 10 dudes. You could either step to those 10 dudes, or you could go on about your business and ignore the shit. Now, there are some people who think that if you step to those 10 dudes, oh man, yo, he's tough. He's tough. No, you're dumb. You're dumb. In what world does it make sense to step to 10 dudes? That's exactly what the example and what I see when I'm looking at Jackson Dart play football. No, it's not tough. It's not tough getting an inch and risking your health when you could just step out of bounds. It's dumb. It's dumb football. And I'm not going to applaud dumb shit. I'm sorry. If you want to play that type of style, that type of ball, if you want to get physical, you should have thought of a different position to play. You are the quarterback. It starts and ends with you. It starts and ends with you. And my problem with Jackson Dart in this whole situation is this is not a thing where it just is a one-time thing. He will even tell you that. He will even tell you. This is not a one-time thing. College coaches have been trying to tell him. John Gruden in the offseason has tried to tell him. Apparently, coaches under the New York Giants staff has been trying to. Everybody and their mama has been trying to tell him to stop with the dumb shit. He wants to learn the hard way. So yeah, if he get the sonic rings knocked out his ass, then I don't feel bad for that shit. And I don't understand. Hey, Theo Johnson and everybody else, don't get the fight in with the Patriots for doing some shit that we supposed to be doing. They supposed to clean Jackson Dart the fuck up out of here. Back in my day, we called that shit sideline pops. If Jackson Dart thinks shit is sweet and just want to willy-nilly and run his ass up the field, then boom, that's what you get. You getting your ass rocked. You're getting your ass rocked. And there's no reason for anybody on our side of things to get mad at the Patriots for playing football. There's no reason for being mad at the Patriots for doing some shit that we're supposed to be doing. Y'all mad at the Patriots for being physical? Y'all mad at the Patriots for doing what you need to do? Maybe y'all are so not used to it, it just shocks you. What are we fighting them for? I can't stand when teams do that. Y'all want to do all this pushing and shoving, and then when it comes for you to do something on the field, y'all just fucking get manhandled. Yeah, I'm frustrated with this Jackson Dart shit because listen to what he has to say. Listen to this.
Sounds like a broken record. Jackson just asking you about the hits, taking them, protecting yourself, and things like that. Is there anything different?
No. Look, like I understand the question, but like this is football. Like I'm gonna get hit if I'm in the pocket or outside the pocket. Like I feel like
he don't get it.
I've played this way my whole entire life.
He don't, and that's the fucking problem. That's the problem. But this is also who we drafted. This is who we drafted too. At the same point in time, though, I will say that this is who we drafted. It's been a problem collegiately, and it's a problem now. See, what I don't like about what he's saying is he's removing the context from the main issue. Jackson Dart, we're not dumb. Of course you're gonna get hit. That's the point that we're trying to make to you. Of course, when you're in or outside of the pocket, you're gonna get hit. But some of these are avoidable. So why add on to what you are already going to take by playing this game? Why add on to that? Like it's not registering.
There shouldn't be like any shocker to anybody if you've followed along with my career. And we're not playing soccer out here. Like you're gonna get hit, things happen. It's just part of the game.
I mean, just leave it up to us. Just leave it up to us. I mean, I just don't know. On one side of things, on the defensive side of the ball, we just got motherfuckers who's just soft as cotton candy, and we can't get them to even think to have this mindset. And then on the other hand, we have Jackson Dart at the quarterback position, who is just overly tough. It's just overly tough. So it's just malpractice, man. It's just malpractice. That's all it is. Shout out to GSXR Jones. He says, "I'll give you a like for your honesty. I'm a Patriots fan, but respect your opinion." Yeah, shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Y'all should definitely be happy from y'all's seat. I mean, y'all look good. Y'all look good. Drake May looked like an absolute dog. I was talking to my man from Ken Pat's Talk, and he was saying that he had Drake May as his MVP, and they had the MVP chants going. And after that performance, I mean, you only can respect it. You can only respect it because he was a straight assassin out there. Shout out to my guy Born for Sports. Says, salute, bro, checking in from work. Pats dominated all phases. We didn't match physicality. Defense did not compete in first half. Weak. Kafka, conservative plan, gave up punting down, 2 scores, 8 minutes. Clean house. I don't need Kafka being talked about head coach. Get his weak sauce out of here. You right. Born for Sports also says Carter needs to grow up. That's a fact. That's a fact, man. My man Money Mike says, is Carter really a linebacker and not an edge rusher? Maybe. Last year was his first year playing D end. Maybe. Maybe. And I honestly believe that he is more of a linebacker than that natural edge position. I honestly do, but I don't know. I don't know. In the same breath and time, I seen Drake May outrunning Abdul. In the same breath and time, I seen a pursuit from Abdul to where Drake May was looking like Vic, beat him to the edge and picked up the first down. So I don't know. Kenneth Perkins says, two, he is young plus, and we don't know. His upbringing was growing up for some is long process, not making excuses, but young folks get in their own way. Yeah, man, and again, and that's one of the downfalls about this team is that we don't have a lot of veteranship and we don't have the mentors that I think is going to be enough for these guys, man. We have a lot of young guys on this team, and we have the young leading the young. The young leading the young. Money Mike says, I wanted Travis Hunter, but every Giants fan on the planet said Carter was our guy. Hey, I wasn't gonna try to take it there, but all my off-season videos are up. All my off-season videos are up, and I'll just say this: I think we was thinking the same thing. We was thinking the same thing. Kenneth Perkins says, no, Carter was disciplined. He just doesn't want to put it out there again. Right. Yeah. Referring to Kafka. Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Christian, man. I see you. Shout out to Christian, New York Giants. Salute to Christian. He's Stephen Bloom says, I think Carter is a LB. He's a better blitz than rusher. Can y'all hear me? Is my audio good? Am I good? Am I good? Can y'all hear me? All right, cool. Off Broadway. Off Broadway says, he says, LOL, they play like some soft bitches. Hey, fact. That's a fact. That's exactly what they did, man. That's exactly what they did. Kenneth Perkins says Kafka wasn't going to be the head coach anyway, but he is choosing not to tell the media everything. And as far as his coaching, that game, it seems as he was defeated by the play of the team. Off Broadway says they are a reflection of the leaders, coaching, front office, and etc. Yes, man. Yeah. Money Mike says he's going to learn, TP. Patrick Mahomes had the same when he first came into the league. Yeah, some people want to learn the hard way. Some people want to learn the hard way. And unfortunately, when you're in a quarterback position, you learning the hard way is going to hurt the team. It's going to hurt the team. Four of a kind, shout out to my guy Ant. He says, I really feel bad for y'all. Y'all go a couple weeks where y'all play outstanding. Then out of nowhere, y'all just give no effort. It's like y'all out there playing Sandlot. It's crazy, man. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. I don't know any team in the NFL that has to deal with the bullshit that we deal with. I really don't. Kenneth Perkins says, I wasn't for Carter, my pick, but I forgot who I wanted. I think I wanted Shador instead of Carter. Yeah, I was a Shador guy heavily. But I definitely thought we could have got our quarterback in that second pick. So I always was saying that I was a Travis Hunter guy. I was a Travis Hunter guy first. Off Broadway says there was zero physicality returned after the Patriots slapped them across the lips. I mean, and that's again, man. I don't know. I can never get used to that, man. I'm sorry. I can never get used to that. And that's what pissed me off the most, because I'm thinking to myself, okay, it's gonna be that type of game. It's gonna be that type of game. All right, so now we gonna bring the physicality. It's time for us to return the fire. And when I didn't see that happening, that was just a disheartening thing, man. While getting our ass whooped. Four of a Kind says, do you think y'all would have played better with Winston? Yeah, and I see that question, of course. Of course, that question is being, asked. But to be honest with you, I don't really know in what ways Winston could have been that much better, to be honest with you. Because it wasn't like Jackson Dart was just out there just being just terrible. He was actually dotting shit up. He was making some really good throws. Unfortunately, the lack of talent in the receiving game just didn't capitalize on some of these plays. Theo Johnson had 1,000 targets. Theo Johnson had 1,000 targets. And there wasn't anything special that Theo Johnson really took advantage of in that moment. It wasn't. Darius Slayton produced. But then as far as that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. And what is telling is when you see that replay and you see the ball placement and you see the ball hitting receivers like Theo Johnson straight in the hands. Straight in the hands. There was a shot down the field, even to Darius Slayton. It was contested, yes. But you could also see it go straight through his hands. Straight through his hands. And this is why talent at the receiver position is important. This is exactly why. And the lack of talent could only get you but so far. Because when it comes to a point in time where we need that talent to expose itself, it's going to show. It's going to show. So, I mean, Theo Johnson, man, he's also an inconsistent, a guy here, man. Like, Theo Johnson, he could give you a game where he's on fire, and then he could also give you a game, man, where he's just not seeming like a reliable target. For real. Money Mike says Travis Hunter don't even fit with the Jags. They don't even use him. Hunter would be perfect for us. Yo, man, I think Hunter would definitely be perfect for us. I think Hunter would definitely have been perfect for us. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of Hunter playing on both sides. But if Hunter was here, I mean, where would we put him? Because we could use them both. We could use them in a receiving game, and we damn sure could use them as a corner. We both. But I don't like to really, go down memory lane too much, because for one, it would just piss me off even more. And I wanna speak to reality. I want to speak to reality. That's water, under a bridge at this point. But you right. I'm with you. Look, I was on the same type of time. I wanted Travis Hunter. I did. Christian says, I'm taking a break from this organization. And you know what? I can't even be mad at you. I honestly can't even be mad at you. Like, I literally feel crazy. Like, I was at work and I had coworkers just like looking at me like I was a zombie, because they was just like, why are you so gun-ho on trying to watch this game? And I couldn't even give them a real answer. But what I did tell them is, yo, man, it's my job. it's my job. But they was right. They was right. I set myself up to watch some dumb shit last night. Excuse me. Four of a Kind says, yeah, Theo Johnson couldn't catch. Yeah, he couldn't. He absolutely couldn't. Money Mike says, before he got hurt, Jags used Hunter like a gadget player. Yeah. Yep. Alex Martinez says, Pats fan here. Good takes. You're a straight shooter. First time watching your channel. What were your thoughts on Carter coming into the draft, man? Giant salute to Alex, man. Thanks for tuning in. Listen, man, if you haven't already, please make sure that you like this stream for me. And also, man, go ahead and subscribe. Good subscribe if you haven't already, man. But to answer your question, I thought Abdul Carter was a good football player. But there were words being thrown out like generational talent that I didn't see. I didn't see. And I was saying this all off season. I was gun-ho on getting Travis Hunter because I believed for him to be a generational talent. And I feel like when that is on the table, because and I also think that's a term that's being used a lot, way too loosely. But I do feel like when a generational talent is in play, you go get them. You go get them. Now I will say this: I started to hop on the hype train when I was seeing clips and things of that nature in OTAs and training camp and so forth and so on. I started to, get real interested in Abdul. Because I was led to believe that Abdul just had a bag of really being disruptive up front. And to be honest with you, he's just been underwhelming, man. He's been underwhelming. He really isn't the guy that I may have thought he would have been around the training camp time. But he is the guy that I thought he was in the offseason before we drafted him. He is. And everybody was saying, man, get Abdul. And I'm sitting here like, okay, maybe they know something that I don't know. Maybe. But this was another. I'm not gonna put the nail in the coffin because there's more to the story. But I'm just saying, as of right now, it just seems as if I was right. It just seems like my evaluation was right. Kenneth Perkins says this team needs to replace a few starters on offense and defense, plus depth at most positions on this team. At least be decent to average for get this turned around. But Shane doesn't need to be here. Also, Greeny Green agrees and says, all I know is Shane has got to go. Listen, Shane has got to go because when it comes to his evaluation on putting a team together, yes, I think that he has picked up talent. I think he has. And I think that a lot has to do with two things. He didn't put a head coach here to develop this talent and to create a what's the word? A culture that demanded for us to be the physical team, to be the disciplined team, and to look like what we've seen really from the Patriots last night. And secondly, again, I'm big on the pedigree thing. I'm big on getting players that have the pedigree, especially on the defensive side of the ball. I am big on getting guys that damn near need to go make tackles. Not even just tackles, to go hit, that are physical, that want to be violent. Like I need guys with those qualities, with that pedigree. We don't have that. Who is the dog on our team that is pursuing to the ball with bad intentions? Who? I don't see him. And that's why we look the way we look. New York Giants salute to Deala in the building, man. Says, man, you're going at it early. What's up, man? Yes, I didn't get to do it last night. I was stuck at work, so it's fresh on my mind. I haven't even slept since the game. You know, and I understand. I know it looks like I'm just this crazy madman, but I haven't. My medicine is usually sleeping it off. Once I get my rest, I'm usually able to just be more, more calm with things. But I haven't got my sleep yet. So yeah, I'm going through my therapy session. Greeny Green says Carter looked like a situational pass rusher to me. Yeah. Yep. Iman Perry, New York Giants, salute to Iman Perry, says early morning rant. Salute. Yeah, man. Salute to my guy, Iman in the building. Bad Boy for Life says Pat's rebuilding, and that's how it's supposed to look. The Pats that I seen last night, they look like one of the best teams in the league, if not the best. At least that's what they looked like last night. And they don't have a bunch of big names. But they have a team that buys all in. Everybody was hitting. Even their corners was hitting. I don't ever remember seeing Gonzalez hitting like that. Gonzalez was out there hitting. Everybody was hitting out there. And I was over here thinking, hey, man, look, Patriots, just make sure y'all go into this game, not making sure this is not a trap game. Shit, they overstood that assignment. They overstood that. Kenneth Perkins says, I think Carter and Kayvon got a little cover linebacker in them. Hey, I'm definitely open to seeing that. Not Kayvon, but Carter. Iman says this team needs an attitude adjustment. That's a fact. That is a fact, a big one, in a major way. Bad Boy says, you ever seen Carter set the edge in college? Why he got drafted so high? He's situational. Yeah, man. Hey, man, I'm with you. I am with you. I'm with you 100%. Kenneth Perkins says, you're right too, TP. We don't have that aggression that Giants defense have shown over time for decades. And that's my problem, man. That's my problem. That's my exact problem. No dogs. No dog mentality. So when we step on the field with some actual dogs, like we seen last night, that's the result. That's the result. It was a complete ass whooping. A complete ass whooping. Iman says he is a situation pass rusher. That's why we shouldn't have picked him at 3. Carter is a second round pick. He damn sure is looking like it. And I want all my Giant fans to really go down a list of everybody who we drafted. And I bet you could have more positives about them than you could have with Carter right now. I guarantee it. He's the most underwhelming draft pick that we have so far. And I'm not really including our 7th rounders in that because they're not getting any tick. Shout out to delusional Patriots fan, man. Shout out to the Patriots fans that's in the building. Again, I hats off to y'all, man. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Y'all look good. I can only respect how y'all came out. I could only respect it because that's what I would want for my team. I'm not gonna hold you. I was watching y'all just jealous. Y'all really are a unit. And shout out to Coach Variable, man, for putting it all together. I love the physicality. I absolutely love the way y'all approached that game. Y'all made sure that this wasn't a situation to where the Giants can creep up and make a game out of this. And I respect it. Jackson Dart deserved every hit. You had the safety. Remind me of the old school days. Over top. Delivering a hit to Theo Johnson. I'm like, yo, these boys is serious. Meanwhile, We arm tackling stallions on our side. Okay. Okay, the real Prince Castro in the building says, top of the top, OG, that thumbnail is henuous work. Zaire Barnes has 1/8 of the talent that Carter has, but plays at 100%. And that's a fact. That's a fact. And that's why I will take a unit of those type of guys over the hype any day. Over the hype any day. And I didn't even mention the Gunnar O situation. I don't even blame Gunnar O for fumbling on that. And it was news to me that wasn't, I guess, targeting or whatever, because it was a direct hit to the helmet. That was the only hit that I said to myself, all right, damn. But they was fucking us up in more ways than one, man. Like, once the emblem on the side of our helmet came off, I said, hey, they may need to turn this shit off. I don't think kids should be watching this game. I really don't think this is suitable for all ages. Somebody turn this shit off. And I literally just start watching to see how bad it could get. At one point of the game, I just was like, okay, I just want to see how bad is this ass whooping going to be. Kenneth Perkins says, the Pats look so good because the rest of the league has no definite world beater this year. No team is that dog team this year. Yeah, that's true too. Money Mike says, I wouldn't say he's a second round pick, but I don't think we needed him over other positions. Yeah. But I will say he's playing like a second rounder. I'll tell you that. Yeah. I see y'all crazy. What else am I missing, man? I think that's everything. Pretty much as far as the run game is concerned, I mean, they looked every little bit as what I thought they were going to look. They looked every little bit as how I thought they were going to look in a run game. Just very effective. And they just, and when they put the ball in the air, I mean, they really did whatever they wanted to do. They really did. They did whatever they wanted to do on us, man. And that's the sad truth. That's the sad truth. I don't even know, man. Like, was it a thing of the Patriots? Were they that good, or did we just suck that much? I really don't know. I can't tell you. I can tell you that Drake May was diming it up, and that style of play is going to work on anybody. On anybody. And I will say that the receivers were doing their part. I feel like Drake May made it easy on these receivers, and he was putting it where it needed to be. And this dude, he deserved those MVP champs. I know that. A dealer said, I said we could thank Tommy DeVito for that ass whooping Drake May was putting on us last night. People love to win meaningless games, man. Man, I mean, look, I want to win. I ain't gonna lie. I want to win. And it's funny. You know what's funny to me? It's funny when I hear Giant fans, even asking the question, and I'm included in this, like, oh, should we tank or should we try to win? I just don't think it matters at this point. Like, I don't think we have a choice but to tank. I don't think we can control it. I think we take it regardless if we wanted to or not. That's the sad part. That is the sad part. I'm happy that we on this bye, man. I need a break. I need a break. I need to get my stress levels down. For those who don't know, I'm going to the Washington game. Me and my son are going to be in the building. Y'all know I'm on this streak where every game that I go to, we win. Now, y'all know I'm talking all this shit right now. But the Commanders look just as bad as us. And if we could get any win, I would love to just get a divisional win versus the Commanders. I'll take that. I'll take that, especially because I'll be at the game. But anyway, I'm not gonna even talk about winning. I'm not even gonna talk about winning right now because I can't talk about winning after that ass whooping last night. I can't even think about that. Oh, of course I gotta. I don't know how I almost forgot this. Young Hoku. Y'all seen that shit? You listen, Patriot fans that is in the building because I see y'all in the chat. We literally have, like, I heard people saying this all the time about how the Giants are cursed. The light went off. The light bulb went off last night. I'm with y'all now. I don't know what took me so long, but I'm with y'all now. I think we're cursed. I do. Young Hoku did some shit that I would do, literally, and I'm not even exaggerating. I am literally like being like definitive in what I'm saying right now. Young Hoku literally did some shit that I would do. If I was to go to a football field right now and try to kick a field goal, I would look just like what Young Hoku did. I have never seen no shit like that in my life. And I don't know if y'all heard this. But after the game, they asked Young Hoku, like, what happened? What was it? Young Hoku had the nerve to look that reporter in the face and lie and say that because the ball was tilted in an upright position that he pulled back from it. Are you get the fuck? He really think we stupid. Young Hoku really had the nerve to look dead at the beat writer and told him he decided to pull back and not to kick the ball because the ball was tilted up.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out.
I don't give a damn if the ball was laying flat on the ground like this. Kick the ball in any way that you have it. And if you miss it, you miss it. But you don't just pull back and say to yourself, oh, I refuse to kick this. Y'all might as well just tackle me. What is he talking? Y'all don't, Patriot fans, y'all don't understand because y'all don't really know the shit that we have to deal with when it comes to kickers. The shit that we have been dealing with kickers for some years, it has been, it is comical and sad at this point. You just can't make this shit up. Yeah, get me to the bye week. That's all I can say. Get me to the bye week. I need another one of those weekends where I just don't have to worry about New York Giant football and I could just watch some people who actually know how to play. Oh my God. Oh my God. Listen, I'm up on my hour. Again, I haven't slept. I'm just coming off of work. I haven't slept yet since the game. I need to go get myself some rest at this point. I need to. That's my medicine. When I sleep it off, my thoughts are more clear. My wife said I was grumpy this morning. Wonder why. My wife even texted me. Funny thing is, she even texted me through the game. She said, this shit is ridiculous. and to know her, like, she not the biggest football person at all. She like, this shit is ridiculous. But anyway, listen, man, please make sure that y'all like this stream for me. This morning, again, I really hate to bring a bunch of yelling and I'll say negativity to your mornings. Please forgive me for that. But I just had to vent. I had to get it off my chest. And when I wake up, hopefully I've recouped. New York Giants salute to each and every one of you. Again, if you're new to this channel, man, go ahead and subscribe. Welcome to the team. And I will holler at y'all very soon. I know that a little later on today, Joe Shane is going to bullshit us in front of the mic. You know, I'm not going to lie to you. That's some of my favorite form of entertainment because I just want to see how idiotic he's really going to sound. Expect some bullshit. Expect some media-trained bullshit. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to go sleep, y'all. Peace.
If I don't do nothing, I'ma ball and provide. Wifey said the only side piece she support is the piece on my side. Yeah. Everything gonna be fine. Rooting for her while she battling her back for my time. They say Virginia's for lovers, yeah, they lovers of crime. It's hate here like lovers of crime.